Alright, so this is going to be a video about excluded values. And what an excluded value is it's based off a rational expression. So we have a polynomial divided by a polynomial here for the rational expression. And it's based off the fact that that denominator, that q of x right here, cannot equal 0. The x that causes q of x to be equal to 0 is called the excluded value. Okay, so if you solve this denominator right here for 0, that x that you get when you solve for that equal to 0 is our excluded value. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go over this example right here, this x plus 2 over x minus 1. We have a rational expression, and we're going to try to find the excluded value. So here we go. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take out this q of x right here. So I'm just going to put it over here so I can actually do some work to it. So I'm just taking it out of the problem because it's just asking for the excluded value. So we're only going to be worried about this denominator. We're not worried about the numerator for this excluded value. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say that this x minus 1 cannot be equal to 0 because by our definition of rational expressions, that denominator cannot be equal to 0. Okay, so this little symbol means cannot be equal to. So what I'm going to do is add 1 to both sides here, and you end up with x cannot be equal to 1. So this would be considered our excluded value. X being equal to 1 would be our excluded value, or you can just simply write x cannot equal 1. Because if you did, you'd be dividing by 0, and dividing by 0 is not allowed in math. Now, why are you not allowed to divide by 0? Well, to kind of put it frankly, it doesn't make sense. Okay? If you had one pizza and you were trying to divide it up into 4 people, then each person can get a quarter of a pizza. But if you had a whole pizza and you try to divide it up by 0 people, it doesn't really make any sense. It's not like each person gets a certain portion of the pizza because there are no people that you're dividing it up by. So why can't you divide by 0? Well, put it simply, it just doesn't make sense. It's kind of like explaining what's the color of this marker right here and you say 4. It doesn't make any sense. The color here is black. You can't use 4 to explain that. So it's the same thing as why you cannot divide by 0. It doesn't make sense. So if you have any questions about excluded values, let me know.